My cancer treatment should have started yesterday, but it didn't. What's going on? And why am I having so much trouble with the foods I'm allowed or not allowed to eat? Do I need to hire a chef to come up with ideas? And what words of inspiration did you all come up with so I could write a song for you? Will I be singing it at the end of this video? Come this way through the curtain of blurred colons and find out. Welcome to my U2 Spain diary. Hi, Skatz here. It's Friday, March the 22nd, and this is video diary number 14. I should have started treatment yesterday, but I didn't. Has something gone horribly wrong? Well, not really. It's just that the hospital called to confirm the time of my appointment earlier this week, and they gave me a different start date from what they'd told me a couple of weeks ago. So instead of yesterday, it's next Monday. I questioned it, but they just said that's my appointment date. It's only a few days later, I suppose, but I was all revved up and ready for the enema, and the tablets and the radiotherapy, and I've been following the food list they gave me for over a week now. I could have had a few more days of eating what I wanted. Pizza! Oh well. Speaking of the food list, I'm having so much trouble with it. I showed it to Amanda, who, as you remember, was the one who took me to my CT scan and started up the GoFundMe page to support me and Liz. The link is below and up here somewhere, I think, because she wanted to help and cook some food for me, but she was having trouble coming up with enough variation. It just seems so limiting. She asked on a Facebook social group for ideas and came back to me with some really good suggestions, actually, but there are still so many questions I need to ask at the hospital on Monday to get confirmation. Let me show you the list. I don't know if you can see it properly. It's going to be over there or over there, but there's no mention of potatoes for a start. There's nothing about flour, so I don't know whether I can have a variety of sauces. And although it says meat is okay, they did say avoid fatty meat at the hospital. So everything could be very dry and very bland if we can't come up with some creative alternatives. When they say no cereals and no cakes, does that mean no flour? And if so, why am I allowed white bread? And can I use other kinds of flour, like almond flour, for example? You can make cakes with that, but it says no cakes. It also says no nuts. So is that just whole nuts or the flour made from nuts? Everything depends, as far as I can tell, on how much stuff hangs about in the gut and in the colons. That's what this list is all about, I think. And anything that can move my colon and rectum and make the radiotherapy machine aim inaccurately has got to be totally out, like fizzy drinks, anything windy really. And that's why it says no gulping of drinks, and I have to chew food properly so it can go through smoothly and not hang about down there and show up on the scan as something mysterious and bad that needs looking at. Another Freddy. So, on Monday, I need to ask lots of questions about the following foods. Flour. So, if not wheat, which ones? Corn, maize, rice, almond. I mean, I can have rice, so presumably I can have rice flour. Then there's herbs. It says no spices, but can I have herbs? And if so, fresh or dried? There you go. So, and about the spices, can I have mild spices? Or is it just the inflammatory ones, the hot ones that I can't have, that might just do nasty things down there and make things go whoop, 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 like on a cartoon? So there's things like nutmeg and cinnamon. They're fairly mild, aren't they? Or are they inflammatory? I don't know. I'd better ask Liz about those kind of things because she knows about that. So there's potatoes, I mentioned them earlier. Garlic, because if food's going to be bland, definitely need to have garlic. I love garlic. Then there's onions and leeks. They're from the same family, but of course with leeks is a game of two halves, isn't it? It's got the white bit there, which is softer, and then there's the green bit, which tends to be more fibrous. So would that be still amongst the groups of the fibrous vegetables that it says not to have? Then there's oils. I mean, olive oil. Got to be able to have olive oil, otherwise that's most Spanish cooking out of the window. Then there's butter. Then there's honey. I mean, that's a bit of a game changer because I'm not allowed any sugar, so that could be an alternative. Then there's, I suppose, fruits I could use to sugarify things, sweeten them. That's the right word. Then yeast. That's not something I like when it's in Marmite, but that's something that Amanda put on the list. So presumably that's to do with whether you can put yeast in with flour and make it self-raising, which would open up a few different things. I think she's going to make me a pizza. And if I have pizza, it's obviously got to be all homemade stuff. The base has got to be made, because any bases you buy from a shop are going to have additives in it and things that might be on the list. Anyway, and then there's mayonnaise. That's the only one of these things that's a product on this list. The rest of them are actual individual foods. That's the mime for individual foods. I need to know about quantities too, because it says, for example, yogurt and fresh cheeses 2 or 3 times a week. So, can I have a small amount of cheese in a sauce and have that more often? Do they mean 2 or 3 times altogether of yogurt and cheese, or 2 or 3 times a week each? If it's the former, then I've already run out of my allocation for this week, and that would be awful. And I've been having bread every day. Bread is my nemesis. It does say that you can have bread every day, but 150 grams, I think it says. I would eat bread all the time if that were possible. But also, can I have butter with it? If not, then that means there's going to be a lot of dry food. Well, I suppose if I can have olive oil, I can dip my bread in that. But, I mean, you can't have unbuttered toast, can you? No, of course you can't. It's just not right. So many questions. I tell you what, if any of you have any questions or ideas for meals and recipes that I could have based on this list, then put them in the comments below, please. I need your help. Help me. I'll shrivel up with dry things. That's enough of that for now. Those weren't real tears, as you can tell. I'm not sure. Again, I can't guarantee either way whether I'm going to cry today. I'll let you know what they say anyway at the hospital about the foods on next week's video. And then, well, you'll have some more ideas, and maybe you can send me some more ideas. Otherwise, I'm going to lose a lot more weight than I can afford to lose. And I can afford to lose a good 30 pounds and still be okay. That's more than 20 kilos, isn't it? I think. Yeah, something like that. Right then. Inspiration! Someone told me in a comment on one of these video diaries, I think it was, don't look back, look forward, be positive. But sometimes looking back can be a good thing. And today that's exactly what I'm going to do, because whenever I feel my strengths and my lovely humour weakening and failing me, lovely humour, that's very me, there's nothing better when that happens than drinking in some of your wonderful comments. And if you've been watching all of these diaries, you know that I always try to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for your support and inspiration. And today, I'm not only saying thank you, but I'm going to pass on your positivity and strength to others by reading out some of your inspiring messages. Yes, so these ones that I'm going to read out are all from 2 of the videos. One of them was when I was told I had a tumour. It was called Do I Have Cancer? And the other was when I had the cancer diagnosis. So they were the most emotional for me, and for you too, it seems, because they elicited the most kind and generous responses from you. So here goes. Hi Skatz, your channel was recommended to me today, probably due to my viewing history, very likely. It's interesting as your channel covers 2 things that have been on my mind. Instant thoughts. Wow, you come across as positive. That is very admirable. Of course, I'm very sorry too that you are going through the cancer journey. Less than a year ago, aged 45, I found out that I had stage 3 colon cancer. That's on the ascending colon. Now, mine is colorectal, so it's down in the rectum and just on the first bit of the ascending colon. Anyway, in his case, they removed the ascending colon and stitched me back up. I did not have chemo or radiotherapy. I had to then get a liver resection as they saw a lesion on my liver when operating on the colon, but this was benign. I then had a follow-up colonoscopy and I was leaking where the join was and got sepsis. Ouchie. I resisted an emergency op as something in my head didn't want to face a stoma, even though I know someone who got a stoma a year ago. They had Crohn's disease, plus a Ken butt. That's an interesting one. That's why they sew your arse up. And they are really happy about it. Anyway, this one says, I had a tumour in my rectum. There you go. Rectum buddies. And needed months of chemotherapy and some pre-op radiotherapy as well as a temporary stoma while my surgery healed. Yes, that's something that might happen to me. The cancer had spread to my lymph nodes, but the treatment worked and here I am 20 years later, fully recovered, leading a normal life with just a few scars. Seemed like a big deal at the time, but now just a distant memory. There we go. So it's great to hear these positive stories, and I've had quite a lot of people saying, I've had the treatment and recovered, and this was only a year ago, did they say, was when that all happened? Oh no, 20 years later, sorry. Some of them are long term, like that one. Some of them are recent stories, so it's great to hear that people have survived, and not only survived but lasted for such a long time afterwards, because that's one of the worries, that it might come back. So there we go, let's remove that one, get on to the next. Thank you so much for keeping the content coming despite the circumstances. My thoughts are with you at these challenging times. Keep positive and get well as soon as possible. These positive messages are great. So, not long found you on this channel and you've been in my thoughts all week. Your humour and the love of your close ones will help you battle this next journey. Thank you for sharing. Still alive! There we go. Lovely to see the slogan appearing a lot on these ones. And here's another one. Hi Skatz, really sorry about the bad news, but glad to know that there is good news too. Keep fighting effing Freddie. Freddie gets mentioned a lot. So next up, we are thinking of you today, and although the news is not the way you would have wanted, please know you have a support network that extends far and beyond. We are sending love and positivity to you. I think that's somebody who lives locally as well. So, hey Skatz, really sad to hear it's bad news, but it's so good that it's treatable. Keep battling, brother, and hashtag FOF. Feck off, Freddy. Next one. Here we go. Wishing you all the very best, Skatz. There's good and bad news in there, but I'm going to focus on the good. So you will be fine. I have just amended my superpower. When I prod you on the nose, it won't go beep, it'll go hashtag FOF. Feck off, Freddy. Feck off, Freddy. All the best, mate. And if I can do anything, just let me know. I will, Kev. Thank you so much. And this one says, thinking of you from Colombia. Very nice. And I replied, I can feel that from here. And I could. So, next up, perhaps you could set up a GoFundMe page for anyone that wishes to support you on your journey. Pretty sure you'll be fine. Good things happen to good people. And of course, I didn't set up a GoFundMe page, but Amanda did. And that is brilliant. And you know exactly where to find the information about donating to that. Next up, keep up the positive attitude, and I'm sure that will help you send Freddie the bastard to hell. Yes, absolutely. Let's send him there. It's bad news, but hopefully very treatable. We'll be thinking of you every day. And that's actually from Owen and from his wife, I'm sure. And they came to visit me up in Compito. They came to one of my gigs. Absolutely lovely. It's really good to meet some of you in the flesh. And I'm really hoping that that's going to happen a lot more in the future. So thank you, Owen, for reminding me of that. Fingers crossed for you, Skatz. Peas and fluff to both you and Liz. Freddie the bastard can do one. I like that expression. You can do one. FOF. Fuck off, Freddie. Still alive, mate. Excellent. You've got all of the slogans in there and more. So here we go. The next one from Angel T. Fabulous. An angel has sent me a message and it says, keep positive and kick Freddie's arse into touch. I didn't know angels spoke like that. Okay, so this one says, just found your channel. channel. It's a channel, for goodness sake. Just found your channel. So sorry to see her. Oh, for goodness sake, Skatz, sort yourself out. Learn to read, young man. Just found your channel. So sorry to hear about the diagnosis. Wishing you all the best and wishing you a full recovery. What town are you in? Where can we watch you sing? Well, you can watch me sing at the end of this video. Thank you for that. Next up. Onwards and upwards, Skatz, as the chemo and radiotherapy will shrink Freddie the bar steward and make him do one. Keep positive and you'll get through this. And once Wacko Freddy is in the surgeon's bucket, that's a nice image, isn't it? Slop into a bucket. I'd like to keep him, actually. Should I? Keep your cancer. Is that a thing you do? I don't know. I'm not really sure about that. Let me have a think about it. We can all raise a glass or 2 or 12 to toast another one kicking cancer's arse. He actually put ass, but I'm going to say arse. Next. Bloody hell, Skatz, lad. Eyes and fingers crossed for you. Don't you dare disappear. Who else am I going to watch on a Saturday morning? Stay strong, dude, and don't give up. And, oh, this one's from Yogi. Hey, Skatz, I'm at a loss for words and can only thank you for sharing such a personal experience. I am certain people watching, including myself, will learn from your experience. I can only offer my hope, blessings and best wishes for a speedy recovery. Cheers, matey. Craig says, Skatz, you're an absolute legend for managing that video. I'm pretty sure you will have helped many others with your honesty. Good luck. Yes, I've heard of people being helped and even having their lives saved by going to the doctors immediately to have something checked up and finding out about it early so that they can have something done. Lovely. Now I wonder who this next one is from. It says, my very brave husband. If I could do it for you, I would, my love. With you all the way, whatever comes up. There you go. I'm crying after all. Well, how can you not when your wife says things like that? Oh, and here's one from Chris from Upsticks. Where's it gone? It's just disappeared off my screen. Come back, Chris. There you are. What a brave video to put out, which is going to help so many people. Thanks, mate. For people moving to Spain, the thought of going to a doctor or a procedure could be horrifying, and your diaries are so informative and show it does happen and you can get looked after. One thing is for sure, your whole community and the Upsticks community is with you every step of the way. Thank you so much, matey. And I'll be seeing you tomorrow in the morning for the live show. And next one, I'm really sorry you're going through this. Cancer is an absolute fecker. But I've no doubt with the amazing support of your family, if that's what you face, you'll be kicking up a storm and giving it a run for its money. Stay strong. A lot of people using the stay strong arm emoji there. Next one says, I have 2 friends that went through this a few years back. No fun for sure, but they are both feeling great today and they're out there living their best lives. Stay optimistic, Skatz. We're sending good energy. And love your way. Wow. Just braced myself to watch this, Skatz. I couldn't do what you're doing with the podcast. You're very brave. There's lots of hope. It may not be that bad and is perfectly treatable, as I'm sure you know. You will have been through every emotion. That's from my very good friend Mitch. So, next one. Oh, Mike Ripper. Had a colonoscopy myself. The diet is a killer. Hopefully the cancer won't be and you'll soon be fully recovered. Keep smiling. You're one seriously brave man. Why does that make me cry? To make a video about this. Hope they get you sorted very soon. Don't blame yourself. Just concentrate on getting through to the other side ASAP. That was one of the don't look back comments that I mentioned earlier. Oh, one from Barry. Hi, Skatz. Difficult to watch, but chin up and carry on. You can only deal with this one day at a time. I'll follow your journey onwards and we wish you all the best. And he's put 3 green 4-leaf clovers at the end, which is very nice. And even though I said on another video I don't believe in luck, I do like it when people wish me luck. So don't stop doing that. It's still a positive feeling, and that's what those 4-leaf clovers mean in Ireland. So excellent, thank you for that. And this one says, I like this one, and this is funny. Look into your diet, my man. My best friend's father was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. He raised his own chickens and eats healthy. 4 months later, the cancer was gone, just from eating his own chickens. Fabulous. That's what it sounds like anyway. There you go. This was over 15 years ago. He's still with us, but the chickens aren't. I added that bit in. Keep up with your good spirits. It really means a lot. Yes, it means a lot to me too. Thank you very much for that comment. Only 2 more to go. Skatz, sorry to hear about, your stomach issues. I've been on the same journey as you, with the first serious diagnosis and surgery in 2010. 14 years later, and with finding the right medical help, I am still enjoying life and currently working with Chris from Upsticks on my Spain non-lucrative visa and permanent move to Estepona. And finally, it's always difficult to find the words. I will say it's very brave of you to share your experience in this way. It's so very personal. Your videos are so informative and helpful. They are very much appreciated. Sending positive thoughts your way. Wow. They were all really amazing, and there are so many more messages too. That was just a quick selection from 2 of the videos. Huge thanks again and again for making me cry to everyone who sent their love and inspiration. Talking of which, last week I told you about my English teacher who inspired me, and that I sent her a letter. I'm hoping she's going to respond to that letter that I sent. I'll be reading my letter out to you all in maybe a week or 2 on this video diary, but I also asked you to put some random words in the comments so I could write a song with them and sing it to you, because you wanted to hear me sing. You fools. And you responded with some excellent words. So I'm going to read out the words first, and I'll probably even put them on screen, one side or the other again. Then I'll play the song to you. Okay, so here are the random words. As you'll see, some of them look like they'd be difficult to fit into a song. So there was a bit of a challenge going on, but here goes. So the words are Sparrow's Story. Very nice. That's very random. Lawn, midnight, tribal, hot pants. I'm sure I can fit that one in. Sweatpants. Yeah, I did mention them the other day. Rush hour, dreams, still alive, feck off Freddy, inspiration, colon. How am I going to fit that one in? Let's dance, lovely people, having a good curry. Guess who sent that one? Emotional, recovery, love, support, kindness, compassion. Sure, I can put those all together. And then quite a few of you said positive, but then somebody said positive, positively, positivity. So I have a feeling that because that rolls off the tongue nicely, that's going to fit in very well. And then there was good, goodlier, goodliest. I'm not even sure the second 2 are actual words. If they are, they're very old. I might look that one up. Vibrations, that's the last word on the list. But although there were 1 or 2 others that you sent out, but the words that I've given you there are actually in the songs. The other ones, I missed them out. But you never know. If you like the following song, maybe we can do the same thing again one day, and I'll fit the leftover words in somehow. Now, are you all sitting comfortably? Well, then, here's me live from this very room yesterday with the song. Take it away, Skatz. Sitting on the lawn at midnight with my sweatpants on, rush hour dreams as we wait for the dawn. Listen for the sparrow's story and inspiration. Let's dance to the sweet vibration.
Listen to the tribal dance. Put your hot pants on. Lovely people of trance, radiate this colon. Recovery, we'll be having a curry. Still alive, my son. Let's dance to the sweet vibration. Positive, positively, positivity. Positive, positively, positivity. Positive, positively, positivity. Positive, positively, positivity. Good, goodly, a good, goodliest. Good, goodly, a good, goodliest. Good, goodly, a good, goodliest. Good, goodly, a good. Freddy's going down. Freddy's going down. Feck of Freddy, you bastard. Positively, positivity with compassion. Positively, positivity with love. Positively, positivity with kindness. Positively, positivity with love. Positively, positivity with support. Positively, positivity with love. Positively, positivity with compassion and kindness and love. Compassion and kindness and love. And love. And love. Till I'm dancing on the lawn at midnight with my party on, with all the people who carried me here, with their inspiration. Recovery is the sweetest thing, still alive, my son. So let's dance to the sweet vibration. Let's dance to the sweet vibration. Let's dance to the sweet vibration. Oh yeah.
There, did you enjoy that? Tell me in the comments. And that's all for this week. Next week I will have had 5 days of treatment and it'll be Easter. Will it be a Good Friday? Yeah, there you go. Well, tune in next week to find out with another thrilling episode of Feck Off Freddy. Keep your fingers and your toes crossed, you lovely people. As always, raise your drinking receptacle with me. Still alive! And, of course, let's do the cancer dance.